They say that trust is like a mirror. You can fix it if it's broken, but you can still see the crack in that motherfucker's reflection. My name is Mark. I'm an architect. My job is literally to notice the smallest details: structural integrity, load-bearing walls, the tiny hairline fractures that can bring a whole building down. For 10 years, I thought the foundation of my marriage to Sarah was solid concrete. I was wrong. It was built on sand. What you are about to hear isn't just a story about a cheating wife. It's a manual on how to dismantle a person's life brick by brick, legally, calmly, and absolutely ruthlessly. If you're looking for screaming matches, click away. If you want to see how to bury a traitor without getting your hands dirty, listen closely. Let's go back 6 months. Life was perfect, or at least the version of life Sarah allowed me to see was perfect. We had been married for a decade. No kids yet, but we were trying. We had the house in the suburbs, the 2 cars, the dog. I worked long hours at the firm, and Sarah worked in PR. We had a mutual friend named Dave. Dave was my college roommate. He was the best man at my wedding. He was the guy I'd grab a beer with on Fridays to complain about work. He was Uncle Dave to our dog. He was family. Sarah and Dave got along great. I loved that. I never once, not for a single second, felt jealous. Why would I? Sarah was out of his league, and Dave was married to a wonderful woman named Linda. We were a quartet. We went on vacations together. We spent holidays together. I was the luckiest guy in the world. Until the Tuesday that changed everything. It started with the phone. It always starts with the phone, doesn't it? Sarah used to leave her phone anywhere, on the kitchen counter, on the coffee table, but suddenly it was glued to her hand. She took it to the bathroom, she slept with it under her pillow. Then came the work emergencies. "Mark, honey, the client is freaking out. I have to stay late," she'd say. "Mark, I'm gonna grab drinks with the girls after work. Don't wait up." Being an architect, my brain is wired to look for patterns, and the pattern didn't fit. One night, she came home at 11 p.m. She smelled different. Not bad, just different. A specific cologne. It was subtle, mixed with her perfume, but it triggered a memory in the back of my brain. I couldn't place it. I asked her how the drinks were. She smiled, a tight, practiced smile, and said, "Oh, just exhausted. Jessica wouldn't stop complaining about her ex." Jessica. I nodded and kissed her goodnight, but my brain wouldn't shut off, because I had seen Jessica's Instagram story 2 hours ago. Jessica was in Cabo, Mexico, on vacation. That was the first crack in the foundation. I didn't confront her. Rule number 1, never confront without leverage. Instead, I waited. 2 days later, Sarah was in the shower. She had left her iPad on the nightstand. Now, Sarah is not tech-savvy. She didn't realize that her iMessages were synced between her iPhone and her iPad. I opened the cover. My heart was hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. There it was, a thread with Dave Football. I scrolled up. It wasn't just flirting, it was everything. "I can't wait to feel you inside me again." Mark is so boring compared to you. Did he suspect anything last night? No, he's clueless. He trusts us too much. I felt like I had been punched in the gut. I physically gagged. My best friend, my wife. Then I saw the photos. Photos taken in my bed. Photos taken in Dave's car. I wanted to scream. I wanted to kick the bathroom door down and drag her out. I wanted to drive to Dave's house and put him in the hospital. But I didn't. I took a deep breath. I took my phone out. I took photos of every single message. I recorded a video of me scrolling through the thread to prove it wasn't faked. I emailed everything to a secret account. Then I put the iPad back exactly how I found it. When Sarah came out of the bathroom, wrapped in a towel, looking so innocent, I looked her in the eyes and said, "Do you want to watch a movie?" That was the moment the old Mark died. I spent the next 30 days living with the enemy. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I had to say I love you to a woman who was mocking me behind my back. I had to shake hands with Dave when he came over for the game, knowing he was sleeping with my wife. But I needed time. I went to a divorce attorney, a shark named Eleanor. "Do you want a fast divorce or do you want to destroy her?" Eleanor asked me. "I want her to have nothing," I said. We lived in an at-fault state. Infidelity mattered. I gathered financials. I found out she had spent $5,000 of our savings on hotels and gifts for Dave. I contacted Dave's wife, Linda. This was the wild card. I didn't know if Linda would believe me. I met her for coffee 3 towns over. I showed her the evidence. Linda didn't cry. She went pale, then she went red. She looked at me and said, "Dave's company has a strict morality clause. If he's caught in a scandal, he loses his partnership." "Good," I said, "because I'm planning a party." Our 10th anniversary was coming up in 2 weeks. Sarah had been planning a big bash at a local venue. All our friends, family, her parents, my parents, and of course, Dave and Linda. "Let the party happen," I told Linda. "Don't say a word until then." Linda agreed. We were partners in war. The night of the party arrived. Sarah looked beautiful in a red dress. Dave was there, clapping me on the back, making jokes. 10 years, buddy, that's a milestone, he laughed. "Yeah, Dave," I smiled. "It sure is." The room was packed, about 50 people. Sarah's parents, who adored me, were sitting in the front row. It was time for the speeches. Sarah went first. She cried, she talked about how I was her rock, she talked about our future. It was an Oscar-worthy performance. The crowd applauded. Then it was my turn. I walked to the microphone. I held a glass of champagne. "Thank you all for coming," I started. My voice was steady. 10 years is a long time. You learn a lot about a person in 10 years. You learn who they really are. I signaled the DJ. This was the cue. "I prepared a slideshow of our most memorable moments," I announced. The lights dimmed. The projector screen descended. The first few slides were normal. Our wedding, our trip to Hawaii, buying the house. Everyone was "aww" and "ooh"ing. Sarah was beaming, holding my hand. Then, slide number 15 came up. It was a screenshot.
The text from Sarah to Dave. "He's so stupid he has no idea." The room went quiet, confused murmurs. Sarah froze. Her hand went limp in mine. "Mark, what is this?" she whispered. I ignored her. "Next slide, please." Slide 16, a photo of Sarah and Dave kissing in his car. A collective gasp ripped through the room. Sarah's mother let out a small scream. "Mark, stop it!" Sarah hissed, clawing at my arm. I shook her off. Next slide. Slide 17, a nude photo Sarah had sent Dave from our bathroom, censored of course, but undeniable. This is what the last 6 months of my marriage looked like. While I was working to build our future, my wife was building a relationship with my best friend, Dave. I pointed at Dave. The spotlight, which I had paid the lighting guy an extra $100 to manage, swung onto Dave. He looked like a deer in headlights. He was sweating bullets. Linda, standing next to Dave, simply stepped away from him, leaving him isolated. "Dave," I said, "you were my brother. And Sarah, you were my life. Now, you're each other's problem." I dropped the microphone. It made a loud feedback screech. I walked off the stage, past Sarah's crying mother, past her furious father who was staring daggers at Dave, and I walked right out the front door.
The aftermath was swift and brutal. Because the evidence was shown in front of witnesses, and because of the laws in our state, the divorce was a slaughter. Sarah tried to argue that I humiliated her. My lawyer argued that the truth is an absolute defense. I kept the house. I kept my pension. I kept the dog. Sarah got her car and her personal debt. She had to move back in with her parents at 32 years old. Her reputation in our town is destroyed. Mutual friends dropped her like radioactive waste. And Dave? Linda didn't just divorce him. She sent the evidence to his company's HR department. Remember that morality clause? Dave was a senior partner. He was fired for conduct unbecoming and exposing the firm to potential reputational damage. He lost his job, his wife, and his home. Last I heard, Sarah and Dave tried to make a go of it. It lasted 2 months. Relationships born in the dark usually die when you drag them into the light. They blamed each other for getting caught. As for me, it took time. I went to therapy. I rebuilt. But I remember the morning I signed the final divorce papers. I walked out of the courthouse, took a deep breath of fresh air, and realized something. The cracks were gone, the foundation was gone, but that meant I had a clean lot to build something new. And being an architect, I build things to last.
If you enjoyed this story of justice served, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel. Have you ever caught a cheater? What would you have done in my shoes? Would you have done the slideshow or just ghosted them? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more stories from the dark side of relationships. Stay loyal, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.